Beginning their careers at Notre Dame, Chris Doherty and Djogo quickly established a close friendship. Now teammates once again at Northeastern, the pair have picked up where they left off, providing instant chemistry and an unrelenting team-first mindset. With a bond that extends beyond basketball, their sense of humor and mutual respect for one another translates to success on and off the court.
First time we met, so I was already at Notre Dame. I've been there for, I think it was 2 years. And then I was a junior and Chris came in as a freshman at Notre Dame. So we got to know each other there.
Lived in the same dorm too, Fisher Hall. It was not a pleasant place. It was built in like the 40s.
Me and Chris are both very unselfish basketball players, and we kind of have the same view of how basketball should be played. And I kind of got that sense right when he got to Notre Dame, where he was able to make passes out of the post. He was a very unselfish player in all aspects of the game, which I appreciated. And I think after, the first couple of weeks of playing together, I was like, I definitely think, we'll get along strictly because of how we view basketball together. So.
And then like off the court, I think you just tend to gravitate towards people that you have similar interests to and whatnot. And me and Nick have a lot of similar interests, so that's just how it worked out.
Me and Chris both have kind of like a raunchy sense of humor, and sometimes like it can be considered like inappropriate or whatever the case may be, but we feed off it with each other, and we can go back and forth where some people, you say something to them and they take it the wrong way or they get quiet, where me and Chris can, no matter what time of the day it is, if I come at Chris, he is always coming back at me. He'll never just sit back, and I kind of, it's a good little bond to have.
Walters gives it up, Doherty!
Chris obviously is a Massachusetts kid, played high school ball out of Marlboro High School. Tried to convince him to stay home coming out of high school, but he had a terrific opportunity at Notre Dame and went out there. When he became available, in the transfer portal, we immediately jumped on it and thought this would be a great fit. He's a hardworking young man. He's got tremendous upside. He's got tremendous heart and determination. It was just a very fortunate opportunity for us.
Personally, for me, I wanted to get away I'm from Massachusetts, so I wanted to experience something different. I quickly realized once you get out there, there's nothing like home, I guess. So when I entered the transfer portal, I knew I wanted to come back closer to the Northeast. And I knew I had a relationship with Coach Cohen and Manny and everything. So I kind of always wanted to come back here.
Nick's another young man we recruited out of high school. He officially visited us, had a great visit, loved the situation. We developed a good relation with him and his high school coach. But he had an opportunity to go to Notre Dame, and when his career kind of wound down there, he was looking for a fresh start, a different role, more responsibilities, kind of led to Northeastern. With both these young men, we missed out on the first time around, but we, really, really grateful that we finally got an opportunity to coach them.
Nice bounce to Doherty, up and under for two.
Having chemistry in the locker room is really, really important. And we assumed that they were great friends, but we wanted to make sure we checked in with them, and they both came back with a resounding, that's my boy. So they were very, very familiar with each other. They had a pre-existing relationship, which was really, really positive, and ended up being roommates here at Northeastern. So it worked out really great.
It's tough when you're going somewhere for only 1 year. You want to go to a place where you kind of feel somewhat familiarity, and I felt that with Coach Cohen and Chris, and I knew some of the Canadians on the team, so it was a good place to go where I'd have an elevated role, but also not be a completely new environment because I was used to some of the people and coaches that I've already known from the past.
Chris, he was my roommate last year. He's one of the most positive people I've been around, so ever since I met him, it's just been a great time, honestly. And Nick, he joined me and Chris this year, and Nick, he's a smart guy, he's intelligent, and he's great to be around as well. And I think all three of us, when we're together out hanging out, it's always a great time. They definitely have chemistry. It's really like brothers, so I can tell that right off the bat.
I think when you watch them play, you can see a natural chemistry. They both look for each other on the court. They have a good sense of where the other teammate is on the court. Of course, they want to get out and compete, and they want to be the best player they can be, but it's also great to be an elite teammate, and those two guys exemplify that.
Anytime Chris really gets hyped up on the court, it comes from a place of good intent. He cares so much about basketball, about us, that he just gets so fired up all the time. And I think that passion translates to us as a team, and we could use that.
Chris is the guy that does everything no one else is willing to do. He'll go out there, play 30 minutes a game, doesn't care if he scores. He'll always play hard, rebound the hell out of the ball, find guys, do all the dirty work that's necessary for a team to win. And you can see the difference when he's on the court versus off the court. And you can see his progression every single year from when he started playing till now.
With Nick, you didn't get to see all the skill set he had, and now you're starting to see it. And you can realize the kind of player he is. I think he's a tremendous player, and he's been a big part of our team.
So here's Djogo and one.
They've been a big part of everything we've accomplished so far to this date. And, you know, if we're going to expect to compete for a CAA championship, we're going to need both those guys to play at a really high level. And I think that's what they signed up for. They're meeting that challenge. So, you know, they come to practice every day, they work hard, they're all about team first, you know, and their friendship is really admirable.